Need the mic. If not, you cannot going to hear me. Welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your Coach Frenchy, back in the Trade Center booth. Is the deadline, and the NHL today is going to be shut down at 3 o'clock p.m. Since yesterday at 12 o'clock, everything became so crazy. Since April 7, so back for like last 5 days ago, they have over 19 trade in the NHL. Just a few seconds ago, the Vegas Golden Knights just traded their 4th-round pick to the Blackhawks Chicago against Jan Mark for Chicago. So Vegas Chicago, this is the last about 2 minutes ago happening right there. So welcome everybody. Glad to see Tim aboard. I need to fix this part over there. It's a little bit too big here, but we're going to fix this in shortly. Tim, the Panthers not going to go nowhere. I don't think so. They will do another big trade at the end. I think they are good for what they have. They understand the situation. I think Bill Zito did the right move. Pick a great defenseman. A defenseman going to be at the top 4 next year. And that will make them better at the end of the day. They realize right now they don't have enough. And to be honest with you, it just makes sense to me. And I would say, why, Coach, you said that? I believe the Florida Panthers play over of what they are able to do. So my point to you, they have a good team, but they're on the Central Division where they took advantage of the false start of the Dallas Star, the false start of the Nashville Predator, right? And the trouble you have with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now you say, yeah, Coach, they beat Tampa Bay 2 times. Yes, maybe 3 times on 4, something like that. But at the end of the day, they struggle against Carolina, all right? And I think you're going to see right now they start to struggle more and more. And I don't see more at 500 until the end of the season. So for me, Bill Zito is patient. He built for a little bit for a plan of 3 years, and he don't want to destroy everything else. I'm a little bit surprised he did not try trade Chris Trigger. And the only thing I believe is maybe he already have an agreement or some conversation with the agent of Trigger. Say, look, how much are you looking for next year? So that's, something behind the door, behind the wall with the door. We don't hear that, right? As the fans, we just see the big picture. But behind the door, a lot of things are going on. And who knows, maybe Trigger said, look, maybe we're going to accept a $2.5 million for 3 years. For me, I'm not sure. He's already 26 years old. He should go for the big money there. So be interesting what could happen there. But honestly, you're right. Let's move on a little bit more. I tried to set up everything. I'm running after all the thing happening in the NHL at the last minute. So I tried to get, oh my God, I did not set up that one over there. I did not click on save. That's what happened with that one over there. NHL, welcome aboard. If you have any comments about the trade around you Montreal Canadian fans, talk about this. Tim, any other question about the Panthers? This is a last-minute decision. Usually we do a daily show Monday to Friday at 11 o'clock, but today we came early at 15 minutes with Michael DeVillano, Michael O's, but unfortunately he cannot be aboard today. So I decided to do a last minute. I knew I would be alive. I just put this a little bit earlier. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, we are here. We're going to be here for a solid 2 hours. We are back tonight, live stream with the Montreal Canadiens. So we have a lot on the plate to talk about everything around the league. I'm going to back and forth with Twitter. It's fun thing I can show to you. It's fun social media I use to get notification to or I study or I see fun things. And I was sharing with you. I have nothing to hide. I'm going to update everything around. If you have an update I cannot follow because I'm talking to you here, please share with me. We are here as not an expert. I'm here to sharing with you what is the best for everybody. So I'm happy about that. Um, be honest with you, I don't see St. Louis as a seller right now because they're out in the race. Um, so that's the other thing we're going to talk about. This we're going to be for the next 2 days talking more about the situation. Tonight we're going to talk about this, but I don't see St. Louis make any trade other Bozak or Schwartz. Maybe Hoffman, but I'm not see Hoffman go nowhere. To be honest with you, I think they are looking to make the playoff. The race between the San Jose maybe, but they're more like St. Louis and Arizona. They are on the race for the spot number 4. So it's really interesting what could happen on the West Division. To be honest with you, I need to fix this one over there. So let me check something here. Be patient. Sometime you need to figure out maybe it's this part. Here we go. Let me check this. Here we go. We get it. It'll be a little bit bigger. So let's go here. Welcome, NHL. Have any comments you want to mention? NHL, let's do it. That's no problem. We're going to go through the program. Every trade happening since Friday or Thursday last week. We're going to go one by one. Of course, going to talk about Montreal Canadiens, where we really, our Canadian Live show, follow a lot. We're going to talk about the Florida Panthers. That's the second thing we follow more. And finally, we do the Detroit Red Wings and for Michael DeVillano and all around the league in the NHL. Like I said, this is a really important day for all the team in around the league because that's shut down everything at 3 o'clock. More trade I was expected. I don't know you, Tim, and NHL, you was expect a lot of trade, but I just a little bit more. A couple a tweet, smart GM did a 3-way trade with other teams to find a way to have a low salary cap to controlling their salary cap and also to make a chance to put the right players inside their team, like, Foligno, Savard. That's a big, for me, it was a big trade over there. Taylor Hall and Boston, where I believe Tampa pay a lot of big price for Savard versus what Boston gave to Buffalo. Buffalo was really active, to be honest with you. So a lot of things to talk about. I think we could be here for 6 hours talking about everything. Let me check about jumping on my on the Twitter. If I can get it, that would be great. And see what happened there. First of all, I want to mention to you, Connor Hellebuyck was the first star of the week. 3-0-0, one shutout. So great for him. I know Austin Matthews at some point was also the shutout, the second star of the week. 3 games, 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points. And honestly, I did not see the third star of the game of the week because I'm shopping left and right now. So try to go around. We just heard also Kolikov won to Oilers, Edmonton Oilers over there. John Mark to Vegas. It was a second round pick to Chicago. Flip against for the Hawks is 5-5 for the next year. We'll see what happen there. Here we go. We have John Mark and the 5th round pick for 2022. Go to Vegas and return. Chicago got the 2nd round pick, 3rd round pick, 2021 second, 2022 third. So that gives you an idea about that one. We have a trade Edmonton and New Jersey Devils. They trade Dmitry Kulikov to Edmonton and return. They got a 4th round pick, 2022. So that gives you an idea what's going on. To be honest with you, we're going to go through all the trade here. And that's another place you can get about that one over there. You can get all the trade. We're going to reevaluate each one of them one by one. And that's going happening here. And I don't know if you have anything else if you want to add, you want to talk about. That would be time to do this. We can share with you guys. If you have anything, Tim or NHL. And again, I appreciate for everybody be around here. check me something else. Here we go. So let's start with happening honestly last week, and we go try to go one by one from trade, talking about its front trade and see what happened. And that start. Remember, everything start with the trade with Toronto. Um, hold on, Toronto and Raleigh Nash. If you remember that one over there, we're going to go this for you. If you cannot see, please let me know. But you should be fine. First of all, you can see April 4th. We have Vinny Onostroza for the Florida Panthers for Brad Morrison. This was a minor one. But honestly, you know, the 7, we have a trade between the New York Islanders versus with the New Jersey Devils. So we're going to check about that trade over there. And you try to understand why we so important to understand everything, why they do that, and the reason behind the door. First of all, the New York Islanders got Travis Zajac from the New Jersey Devils, and then also the New York Islanders got Kyle Palmieri, where he scored a goal this weekend. I think it was yesterday, and Zajac got an assist on the winning goal of OT, the Pulak, yesterday. It was a great goal to watch. So what's happening right now is this year, Zajac have 7 goals, 11 assists, 18 points. Palmieri so far have 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points. And of course, those is not calculated this weekend. So this was during the trade. And return, the New Jersey got Mason. He's a AHL player. And also they got EJ Greer. Again, he was an AHL player. And plus, at the end, the New Jersey Devils got the first draft pick, 2021, and for first round from the Islanders, and get also the 2022 conditional pick, round number 4. So pretty amazing for the cap hit. We're going to go through the hit also. That's opened up $5 million for the Devils. The Devils had hit at $5 million for sure, but the current cap hit is $1,400,000. And I know on that trade you have also 50% retain money from the Devils to the Islanders. So this is another one I just want to share with you about that one over there. Let's go back here, see if we have any things going on here. We have nothing else. Let's go. Let's move on to the next one. I want to talk about that trade right there from the Florida Panthers. Right, this was the first of the 2 trade they did the last couple of days. First of all, they trade with the Chicago Blackhawks, and the Florida got the double Lucas. They got Lucas Wallmark from the Chicago, and also Lucas Carlson. Carlson this year played 12 games in the NHL. He have 1 assist only. He's a defenseman. He comes from Sweden. He's 23 years old. He is a year number 3. So he's going to be at the end of this year RFA. He's only played 18 games so far in NHL, so it's not big about that. To get him, I'm sure he's going to be on the Texas squad. I did not follow up what's going on with Florida right now. Lucas Wallmark is the second time he's with the Florida Panthers. He go back a little bit. A year ago, he was traded for the Carolina to the Florida Panthers, and the trade with Vincent Trocek. That's happening over there. And and also this year in 16 game, he has 3 assists only, -2. So he played in NHL so far 183 game, 23 goal, 36 assists for a total of 59 points. And in return, the Chicago got a player I think could be fit over there. Brett Connolly. By the way, Walmart is a RFA at the end of this year also. Connolly have a big contract of, $3 million, I believe. I don't have this in front of me. $3.5 million this year, 22 game. He had 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points, +4, 517 game in NHL, 100 goals, 92 assists for 192. Listen, he's a guy who can score 20 goals per year. Just have a bad year so far this year, but he's a guy averaged 20, 22 goals per season. So I think it's a good pickup for the Chicago. I'll be honest with you. Stillman is a defenseman from Canada. He's become an RFA at the end of the year, 23 years old. He's a little bit what Carlson is for me. Nothing different. Both are left. We can compare both players a little bit later and the full Frozen. I can pull Frozen. Can show it to you how this works. Honestly, we can go there. So when you want to compare players, the stat, everything like that, all right? So what you do, you come here and you're looking for Carlson example. Lucas, and then we're going to get let's start over. Again, today we talk about fun things, and then the next one is Stillman. And that's how you compare sometimes players. You see who they are, what they look like, everything like that. So Carlson, both of them are 23. Look, they are like almost similar. Right? Stillman played 14 games, 8 games. Stillman 12 games. Well, Carlson 12 games, Stillman 8 games. Only 1 point. And you talk about different things right there. It's almost a little bit more offensive here on the Stillman side, on the shot on the goal every 60 minutes. The average strength percentage 23.7 versus 20. One play 12 minutes 11, and then one play 10 14. Both of them barely not play on power play. Does not barely play on short and done. So if you want to compare the last 3 seasons, some 18, 19, 20, 21, Carlson played only 18 games, still may have more experience at 43, everything like that. So that gave you an idea how this works, to be honest with you. And then I can come back to you and then show to you something else also. A little bit go different way right now, but I want you to understand how this works. I'm still there. Yeah. So if you want to get information, you can come here about one specific player. Let's go with Stillman. So the hockey reference is one place really good to get more information about the players, right? You can get all the stats, everything like that. You can get those game log, everything. You can complete. Listen, if I can get here, you're going to see all the game he played this year. Unfortunately, he played only 8 games, so that gave you an idea. Now, if you want to hear about his salary to any players in the NHL, right? You come here. So let's go to Stillman again. We're going to take him, Stillman. Right? And then we have Raleigh, Stillman right now here. And now you can get, right? You can get 773. That's he is right now. His cap hit this year. That's the end of this part. Get a bonus every year. And that's how you reevaluate a team or a players to see where he had. Every time that I gave him also is where he played for the last 3-4 years, played for Edmonton, Bulldog, everything like that. Now I'm going to give you another website. This is really more personal. But so I have another another place here. I can see the shift of everything in NHL. So if I'm looking for Stillman, you're going to give me a lot of players in it, you know. Hold on. I need to find him. Right. Here we go. So I click on him. Now he's played for Chicago. He gave me also his stat for the last 10 games. And I want to see if he have a shot. If I would like to see his shift, I can come here and click on that point here. And he's going to create a video for me. And that would make the video right there.
Now Stillman on the left wing side. Shot kicked down by Hudon.
So it's another where I visit and I get all those information, everything like that. So I just want to share with you some stuff like that, honestly. That, you know, where you can all get those information. And I think that's helping you when you talk about hockey, what's going on. So I'm going to check if you have any update, any trade around the league, everything like that. If we have something around. Hopefully you have a great Monday afternoon, everybody. You know, like I said, it's the end of the trade deadline. Talking about you have a trade happening right now between the San Jose Sharks and the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is a minor one. The San Jose trade the goaltender Manus Krona to the Tampa Bay, and Frederick Clayson go from the San Jose to Tampa. So nothing shared. The two really minor trade here, nothing big. Every time that would be interesting. What could happen the next couple hours? We still have a lot of time to trade a couple of players here. So would be interesting if a couple of players like, you know, St. Louis, like Tim mentioned earlier, we have a couple of players on the trade bait. I think could be moved until the end of this deadline. We have about 90 minutes now on the clock. I think you can see something could happen. And again, for the Montreal Canadiens, we have news about them happening about maybe 30 minutes ago, maybe 1 hour. But honestly, at 12 o'clock, so it's 90 minutes ago, the Ottawa Senator claims on the waiver list Victor Mete, sent Montreal trade for John Merrill from the Detroit Red Wings this weekend. You can see a different thing happening for Montreal. If I can check for you guys, I can click on this somewhere. I don't know, have all the information right there. I don't know, have it. Here we go. So the Montreal Canadiens, you know, Saturday did that to save a little bit more money. They put on the taxi squad Leskinen, Evans, and Primo. They leave the club with $2.85 million and a long-term injury reserve. Also, Baddock and Vet Demo from the taxi squad to the minor, and Willett from the minor to the taxi squad. It was this that maybe happened yesterday. And during that time, the Montreal Canadiens also sent Victor Mete on the waiver list. And then today, the Ottawa Senator claims Victor Mete. On the flip side, the Dallas Star claim also Semi Vatanen for the New Jersey Devils. That's another trade happening. You know, not a trade, but a claim happened like 90 minutes ago. That's, for me, open up maybe Dallas maybe looking to trade the big Olegiac. We know he's a UFA at the end of the year, and also not a UFA, but he's a one maybe cannot be protect from the expansion team for Seattle Kraken, and the Dallas need to find a way to keep, of course, the three defensemen like Nendel, Iskinen, and Kleinberg. So that exposed Olegiac. So it'll be interesting if he can be traded in the next 90 minutes. They are pushing right now to make the playoff. So that's another, some couple of teams like that, they are pushing right now. And I'm maybe looking for you before we look around if you have other trade, before we move on to the next thing, trade, we can talk about this. I want to mention to you another KHL news happening like this morning. Sergei Zubov, the ex-NHL player, played many years for the Dallas Star, is back in KHL as the new head coach of the Dynamo Riga. Sergei Zubov. So it'll be interesting to do that for sure. We talking about the Vegas. Vegas, a couple of players that I think they could be on the trade players right now. And we talk about a couple of players, think like Geslav, Raquel, Manson could be a good one over there. So a lot of things going on. In NHL, nothing happened right now here. But let's move on to the NHL. I want to show you the standing on them. And I'm going to go by standing. I'm going to show you... hold on. It's now we are. Here we go. You have the standing over there. And I'm going to bring myself, and the picture. Start helping a little bit, but we'll see. Here we go. You have to be slow a little bit. Here, the West Division right there, right? So Colorado already make a couple of trades, right? They got the goaltending, Dubnik. They protect that. The reason why they did that is because they are not whatsoever. Johansson have a great week with Colorado this week. Did very well. I think they want more depth on and their goaltending staff. First of all, remember last year they struggled with Francouz and Gruber out during the playoff. And I think right now they know Francouz, depends how you pronounce it, is out for the rest of the year. So I think to get Johansson and now to get Dubnik, I think is good for them to get them and be sure they have a good to go all the way to the end. The Vegas just get Jen Mark. A little bit surprised to get him. It'll be interesting the money they get, because honestly the salary cap is a problem over there. So they will have to get some tweaked on that to see who's going to be on in and out. And Minnesota very quiet so far, nothing happening there. That's another thing we have to wait about that one. Colorado have a trade for a defenseman, I believe. I have to check again on that one over there. The St. Louis very quiet. Did not get anything really in particular. I thought they are sailor. Now look, they are fourth sit over there. Battle with Arizona. They won the last 3 games. And now they are turning around the last 6 days, 1 week. They have a really, they lost 7 of the 8 games. At that moment, a lot of people thought they were going to be a sailor. They would maybe trade Vince Dunn, Hoffman, Bozak, Jeff Swatch. So, and then finally, look like for me, I think they'll find a way they can stay in the playoff. I think right now they don't see the go nowhere. Now, the flip side, Arizona, there's another one struggle a little bit. See, or we sell or not. They fight for that one over there. So I think they are going to not to become a seller. At least they get maybe the right trade to Renta. Was a good conversation. A lot of the team called for Gallon. But Rental could be one, could be moved. Golikowski, at some point, I thought he's going to be moved. And overall, I don't see anything. Fisher or Ruse could be another one, but nothing else happening so far for them. San Jose, they are not buyer, they are not seller. And so, yeah, coach, they trade, but they trade the bottom. So my point, they trade a backup goalie, Nosen. You know what I mean? Like, he's not like at the top 6 over there. So they did not trade the big gun over there. So they are not a seller. I think they just get a couple of good trade and go from there. The Los Angeles Kings trade to Pittsburgh Penguins Jeff Carter. It was the only trade I can remember right now. They trade someone. They are 3-7-0 the last 10 games. He said, coach, you are only 6 points from the St. Louis Blues, and they have only one game you can play. Listen, it's a race of 4 teams right there, and it's very hard. I think for me, they don't going to do anything else. They just let it go, and if they can be close, they will. But I don't see them to make a big splash over there for them. The last team is Anaheim. They are sailor. Ryan Getzlaf opened up his contract. So the one place he wanted to go, it was Vegas. Did not work. Too much money. Every time that. He can go somewhere else, like Toronto, example, or Colorado? He could. But again, I don't think so. He will. I think he could get a 4-round pick, maybe a 3, but more a 4 or 5-round pick against him. But we'll see him move. The biggest conversation about Anaheim is Manson at the defenseman and also Raquel at the center. Both of them already mentioned by the Anaheim Ducks. It's a 1 first-round pick plus a prospect. That's it for each one of them. So I thought at some point it'd be a package deal. I think John Manson is amazing. I will maybe open up my door to look about this trade. That's pretty much what I will get over there. I think Anaheim is not a rebuild. They are the rebuild right now, to be honest with you, but they'll be surprised something about that. The North Division, Toronto, they was really active. That would shock me, to be honest with you. They got Riddich for the Calgary Flames. Yesterday, I believe. And then after that, they got also Nick Foligno from the Columbus Blue Jackets. This is a big trade to be. There's a chance completely. I never thought Foligno was going to be in Toronto. For me, it was not that direction over there. And then Carl Dubas, you have to make some trade with money, and and he did it. He also trade for Riley Nash, and so now we have a really good goaltender number 2. Right? They have also Jack Campbell. That signified me also that's the end of Frederick Anderson in Toronto. Wow, coach, what the heck are you talking about? I believe it's over for him. I think he's going to be the end of the. They did get Riddich because they expect Anderson maybe until end of the season. Could be wrong, but we have to do a good move after that. So Jack Campbell is unbelievable. You know what's going on with him. He's already at 12-0-0. He has also 1.88. I'm surprised. He may be the third star of the week. I don't know. I did not look about that one. We have an amazing, great week last week, everything. So Winnipeg, that surprised me. I did not pick anything out there. I thought he going to pick a good defenseman. They did not move for that kind of players. That's surprise. I really follow the North Division. I really follow what's going on over there. But we'll see happen over there. Just want to mention, Coach Kenville, Tim said Anthony Duclair should be back in the lineup tomorrow against Dallas. Just try to figure out something else. If you have something else. The time we have talked, we want to congrats the University of Mass. They won the national title NCAA during the weekend. So congrats to Mass. First time in their history they win it. The New York Rangers right now are close to sign the third round pick, Zach Jones of the UMass. So you're going to hear that about that the next maybe couple hours. Try to go around the league. If you have some things going on. I don't see anything yet. So if we hear something, I will jump on this. A little bit quiet at that moment. Look like Kenville said, Kuzev and Montour is going to start the game Thursday night. Also, he said Chris Traeger, he started the game Tuesday night in Dallas. And that's pretty much happening over there. You can see a couple hat trick last week. You can see Kuzel, Jay Kuzel yesterday, Austin Matthews, O'Reilly, and Victor Arvidsson. I think Patrice Bergeron was another one over there. So let's move on a little bit what I was doing here. The standing. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Here we go. So Edmund, Winnipeg did not move. This is a big surprise for me. I thought they need help on D. So I don't know what the expectation. They have DeMelo, Stanley, the third pair. And then after that, a full board. He play left with Pionk on the right. And then you have Josh Morrissey on the right, on the left. And he play with Pullman. So they feel good about this. They create a lot of turnover. I don't see that. So it would be interesting if still have 72 minutes to go, if Winnipeg is going to get a big move over there. The Edmonton Oilers, this was, and don't know, this was really, I don't know what's going on with Ken Harlan on that one. I'm sure Michael DeVilleneuve is going to talk to me about that, but they missed the boat for me. They should get that contest of Tyler Hall. Tyler Hall got traded for the second round pick. Don't tell me Edmonton cannot do that. Yeah, no reason why Edmonton cannot do that. For me, Edmonton should trade for him all the way. If I look about this part, I think Edmonton should get Tyler Hall. They need more deep depth. After McDavid and they don't have a lot over there. And Leon, it's about 60% of the goal. So I tried to check the pick over there, but I cannot find it right now. But just give you an idea, for me, I don't know. Now they trade for Kulikov, all right? Another dead defenseman. I think they are good on defense, better what they expect. Nurse have a great year. Tyson Barrie play well over there. Now they have Chris Russell, Bear, where he struggles sometimes. I think they just go from that with that part over there. Maybe they will go for an extra player, a dead player at bottom six. That would be something to follow up the next couple hours. But that's what, for me, I believe they should do. Montreal, they trade for John Merrill. We know Montreal struggled for the last 3 games. They lost 3 games. They are 4-4-2. They lost the last 5 games. They're really their first really big slump right now. Saint Dominic Ducharme is behind the bench for them. They trade for John Merrill. I think they need something better, stronger at the right side. That's the reason they waive Victor Mété after the trade. And then they know they can let it go. I think they don't give up on Mété. You can see Mété this year for Montreal. He played maybe one great game or maybe 2 good games. Great skater, great go around with the puck, carry on the puck, cannot finishing what he start. And secondly, he's really struggled on battle 1-1. You can see the goal Saturday night, I believe. We was maybe Thursday, prior to that one. Yeah, Thursday. When he got beat by Lewis on the flip tip pucks. It was not the skill. It was just the physicality was not there. So I think Montreal gave up on him. Can they would trade him? Possible. But the situation, the cap salary, and everything like that, they lose it, they lost it. So that's what happened with Mete. So Montreal got him, and also we know Eric Stahl is got trade couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks now, to Montreal, and he part of the lineup. Cole Caulfield, amazing, great weekend, 3 goals in 2 games, a winning goal, play very well, and Montreal said, fans, come on, let's go play Cole Caulfield. Be patient, let him burn the AHL, let him play over there. If something happened, maybe the last 5 games of the season, bring him. Until then, let them learning, let him to be there, to enjoy, and to let him to develop himself. So we'll see. We're going to follow him during the weeks. But really, it's fun to see Cole Caulfield this way. It's a bit like Alex dribbling cat for the Black Sox for me. So 2.0. Calgary, nothing about there. They trade Riddich for the Toronto. I thought Derek Ryan would be on the market. They did not trade Sam Bennett. So it's the team fault. They are 6 points behind Montreal. 3 games. They play more. They have 5 games against Montreal the next 2 weeks, and that's what their season is. If Calgary win 4 of the 5, they are back. They win 3, possible. But if they win only 1 or 2, that's not give them anything. So at the end of the day, that will be interesting about that. It will be interesting for Montreal also. Vancouver, well, great news. They're supposed to be on the ice tonight. And for the first time, they're supposed to play this weekend. So great news for the team. Now they are sit there. They trade a couple of hours ago Adam Gaudette to Chicago in return. Moore went to Vancouver. Otherwise, I thought Jake Vertonen was be on the trade bait to go somewhere. I thought he had a little bit more move, but Vancouver, because of the COVID situation, everything like that, maybe something pushed back a little bit and not to do anything with them. So it will be interesting how Vancouver is going to finish. They have like a 19 game to play. How they can finish the season strong or not, we'll see. Interesting. Ottawa, listen, they lost the last 4 games. They little bit struggle right now. They trade Mike Riley for Boston Bruins. They make another trade. They pick up Victor Mete. They trade Coburn for the New York Islanders. Very quiet. Pierre Dorion pick up a couple of draft pick, and he rebuild. That's what they do, and it's good for them. I don't say anything else. The Carolina Hurricane was very quiet. I was expecting maybe the situation of goaltender is done for them for me. They don't need what they have. They already have 2 goaltending there, 3 with Raymer. Maybe add a dead defenseman over there. That's maybe I'm looking for. Forward, I don't see maybe another dead, but otherwise they are ready to rock and roll. They really dominate Central Division. That's the reason they are first place. They are a little bit in front of Tampa Bay. But at the end of the day, it's 2 teams going to fight for the first place for sure. Tampa Bay moved for the big splash of the trade deadline for me. They trade for David Savard. It's just amazing what Julien Brisebois accomplished year after year. It's just an amazing. By the way, Anaheim, I forgot to tell you, Anaheim did not do any trade at the deadline since 2006. I forgot to tell you that. I took a note about this. So they never trade at the deadline since 2006. I could be wrong, but that's what I read this morning. So that's what happened for Tampa Bay. It's all about that right now. They're looking great. They won the last 2 games. They struggled. They are 5-5. But overall, expect them. Stamkos did not play last weekend. Got hurt. See how he's going to be back. And Florida, like we mentioned, they trade for Brendan Montour. That's a great pick over there. They also got from the waiver list Nikita Gusev. I think that's a great pick. I really believe you're going to like Gusev if he can find who he is play last year. He did very well on KHL. The guy, he struggled this year, but we'll be interested what Kusev can bring on that table for the Florida Panthers on power play. We talk about that. Florida Panthers struggle right now on power play. Play 1D at full forward. Try that, Kenville. See what happens. Nashville, from seller to buyer to do nothing. What are you talking about, coach? Right now, they are in a great position right now to finish fourth. They win the last game. They lost the game prior, but they are 8-2-0. I think they are 13 in the last 15 game or 12 in the last 15 game. They do this without Philip Forsberg, many other players' injuries over there. It's all about the goaltender over there, Zaros. He's doing an amazing, great job, the Finland guy over there. You have to give credit also the head coach and also how they play. And Huzi is back on the lineup for a couple of weeks now. Ryan Ellis is back. You know, how many weeks we talk about the trade Matthias Ekholm somewhere and never happened now because they are not a seller team anymore. They are not a buyer. I don't think so. They make a trade. How many times you heard about Ryan Ellis, Michael Grenland, Duchesne, Johansson maybe get trade. So we'll see what happens with them. Very great race on the fourth spot in the Central Division where Nashville, Chicago, Dallas. Chicago was really active this weekend. To be honest with you, they make a lot of trade to look for draft pick and they go for younger. So that's what they did all weekend. And I think they did a really good job, Stan Bowman, to trade a couple of players. So good job for them. Not the big players, but the players they see right now, they cannot go nowhere with their team. So, like Jen Mark example. And I think they pick up a couple of good young players. So we go talk a little bit more about that team a little bit later. The Dallas Star, I would say to you, I was expecting them to me. Maybe Oleksiak is the one I was thinking maybe can trade. They are not consistency. They lost another game in OT yesterday against the Nashville Predator. Big point they lost over there. Imagine if they win yesterday. So Nashville will be 45 and Dallas is going to be 42. So that's a big difference right there. The Columbus, oh my goodness. Columbus, first of all, I have to give credit to the general manager. He decided they don't go nowhere. They have no chance to go, so he become a seller. They know the captain, Nick Foligno, David Savard, and they go a little bit for young guys. They got a lot of great pick. First round pick, two time, one from Toronto, one for the Tampa, and a couple also another two more picks. So good job for Columbus. They not go winning this year. I thought they go maybe trade one of the two goaltender over there. But maybe they are not done to shopping. They still have about 70 minutes. We'll see happening. Detroit did another good job. Also, they have a lot of money. They pick up and retain a couple of money salary. I thought Luke Clendening will be the next one. Or Jonathan Bernier could be the next two leaving the next hour. And, they didn't get a lot of big players. They trade with Montreal. They got Aiden Verbeek. And a 5th round pick, they trade with the Columbus and they sent last off. I think they got the 1st round pick and the 4th round pick. I can't be wrong on that. So we'll see interesting about that. Let's move on to the Twitter account, checking some notification if I'm maybe behind because I'm talking for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So we'll see happening there. Here we go. We have a new this was a new deal. I was going to talk to you a little bit. The Los Angeles Kings signed the UFA player Alex Iafallo, a 4-year contract at $4 million AAV. So we talk about $16 million. The deal is done, announced by the Los Angeles Kings 5 minutes ago. So I just want to mention to you. So that big, good. And then I'm going to show it to you in a little bit later what's happening. Just give you an idea about him, right? His WAR is a 52%, right? He's a 27 years old, right now playing the first line. He got a 4-4 for $16 million. He played left wing center. His offense, even strange, is very low, 7%. That's a little bit my concern over there. Is 95 at the even strength and defense, so don't many score against him. Power play 74. That surprised me. Look at the average strength. He's only at 7 versus 74 in power play. His PK is 34. He's finishing at 64. Goal every game is a possibility to score, right? It's a goal explanation. 44%. First helper assist is 34. His penalty bring on the table 12%. And 97, 96, you can see right now where his number are. On offense is the blue one here. Not too big. He dropped this year. His defense really amazing. I like what he bring on the table as the defense right there. He's going to finish this week, the predict. And, over there is, look how he get better and better right now. And on the defensive side right here. So good for him. For Alex Iafallo, sign a contract of $4 million. Every time that, if I want to bring to you here, I click for something for you. Let me check something. But don't go nowhere. Here we go. That's another place we use a lot. Look, this year, 39 game, 11 goal, 14 assists, 25 points, 7 goal on power play. Point, not 7 goal, but 7 point. Yeah, he played 20 minutes, 09 per game on he play, an average of 3 minutes 11 right there, 186, 188. He was born in USA. He's a 93, so he's 28, 29 years old, 27. He's going to be 28. A little bit deeper stat, right, with the Los Angeles King. Last year, 70 goal, 15 goal, 9 goal. He's a guy who can score between 16, 22 goals. He's, he's an average right now. He's a little bit higher, better and better for the last 3 years, 4 years. 25, 33, and 43. He played an average about, 74 games, so he don't get hurt a lot. You can see his production per quarter. You have 9 point, 13, 7 and 12, 9 and 4, and 94. You can see his production. And he play usually with Kopitar and Dawson Brown over there. And that's why you're going to see his power play. I don't know if you can see power play. No. So that's happening for him. Great pickup for him for sure. Let's move on to something else happening. One 1,000 game for Milan Lucic tomorrow night. Someone have a 1,000 game today. Who is this? Jordan Star. 1,000 right there. Nothing happening right there, so let's move on to the next thing. I want to talk to you about that. I was in NHL. Let's go back to live if you have any contract. Here we go. Sorry about that. Tim, I was on the internet. What line do you see Nikita Kusev? I'll be honest with you, top 6. Coach, are you serious? Yeah. So for me, I always said this part. You have Duclair, Carter, Parkov, example. You have Huberdeau, Orvis, and Wenberg, right? But my point to you, you can become right here with Venetro, top 9 with Martian, right? Example. And then you can push him to go higher level. So one you said coach, one you can put higher level. Let's go back here. I don't know if we can do that. I'm sorry I did not come back here. But, yeah. Top line, I don't think so yet, but he could take that place if Carter don't do well. If Duclair is supposed to come back, right? But I want to show to you Tim, and it shows around. Let's check Kusev. All right, we're going to see Nikita. 5'9", it's about speed. Right? This year, have 20 game 5. 86 game in his career, 49 point. Right? But I want to show this to you. What happened? Look, last year, 44 point and 66 game. That's not bad at all, this. That's about 50 point, Mike. Tim, is about 15, 16, 17 goal. A lot of potential there. This is could become a great pick from Bill Zito, like he did a couple of times. All right, let's move on to KHL. 82 point and 62 game. KHL, 62 point and 54 games. KHL, 71 point and 57 game. So a lot of good play over there for me. And it could be turned around, not the Panthers for the rest of the year, but I really believe it could become a great pick for them. Right? He played left, he showed the right, but he can play on the right side. He can drop Marchand, Duclair, and Vanetro together and bring Kusev with Carter on the top with Barkov. Very interesting that. Very excited for me to see this line over there. Tim, as a Panthers fan, I think it's something you have to be very excited to see that. Very quick, right? Like anybody else, I'm always not worried too much about the minus. Right? Because sometimes the minus is depend who you play, which team, everything like that. Of course, he's not a great defensive guy, but he's better to Mike Hoffman. and not many is worse than you for Mike Hoffman. That's not right to say that, but he can take care about this. Honestly, I think he need someone picking up the puck in the corner, everything like that. It could be a great left wing for Patrick Orvis. I know Huberdeau, but if I was to move me, the team don't do well right now. Don't score a lot of goals, everything like that. You put Huberdeau together with Barkov. Boom. You can put anybody on the right. You can play Tim on the right. You're going to find a way to score with Barkov and Huberdeau. On the second line, you put Kusev there, right? Wemberg or Vanetro, and then you put on the right Orvis. Orvis going to get a scrappy goal left and right, pick up the puck in the corner, everything like that. I'll be honest with you, I would put Duclair on the third line with Marchand and Vanetro. This is two great, faster skater. Duclair can skate, Vanetro can skate, and Marchand is physical. I thought Florida is going to get more depth on the four line. I'm worried about Lemenko, Lusterinen, Lombard. Did I miss someone? Maybe I missed one or two more, but I don't actually have a lot of player experience over there. Now, Huberdeau, Barkov can play 24 minutes, 23 minutes, 25, so they can play at three line, like a little bit what Colorado does usually. But I think for me, I will pick it up someone deeper for them. That would be my suggestion for that part over there. And then that's for me. I think that's the way I will go with them. But really interesting to see Panthers tomorrow night. Unfortunately, Kusev was not going to be there. They are going to a bad stretch over there. Let me check something for you too. Coach, you're everywhere. I know. But I think I'm going to show you something here. Hold on. I got this. This is it's called my weapon tools. What are you talking about, coach? I'm going to show to you something. I don't know if you can see it. I'm pretty sure you can see it. I agree with you. That's one thing they struggle. It's Montour pick up a great pick over there, but I thought he would be more active to get depth players. You have so many depth players with experience in NHL, like Glenn Dunning, everything like that. They're missing a second, third, fourth center. I think the chair, Ashery, here we go. You have Ashery is great over there, right? But again, I think they need more one player over there. I think we forget Ashery. I apologize. But here's what I want to talk about, because every day I take 30 minutes every day to figure out that part over there. What are you talking about, coach? It's because, you know what I mean? Like Florida right now, they are here, right? They play in Dallas tonight. So they have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They have right now, I need to do a report card for them too. Jeez, another video to do. Anyway, they have 14 games to go. Dallas is at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 14 games is the number 1 or 2 in the division. I believe they will not win more at 2 games over there. I don't see them, all right? So we have 8 more games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have to win one of the 500. So they have to beat Dallas one of the 2 games. After that, Columbus one of the 2 games. That would be great if they can win the bowl game over there. Nashville one of the 2 games. They completely do that. Nashville cannot pick it up them. And then Chicago one of the 2 games. They can lose the rest, and they're going to be 4 and 8. And they'll be 4 and 10, but he still make the playoff anyway. But I think that's my prediction for the last 14 game is going to be 5 and 9. They always surprise me. They always put me look bad. But that's what I'm thinking about. And if you talk about Montreal, right? Montreal is not easy. Toronto is hard, right? But I will say to you what they have to do. Check about this. They only chased by Calgary. And look about that. 1, 2, all right? 3, 4, 5 game again, Calgary. If they can win 3 of the 5, they're going to make the playoff easy. Because after that, look about that. They have 1 tonight, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the 16 game, I believe. They are again the top 3 best team in NHL and the North Division. It's not going to be easy, and they play a lot back-to-back game or every 2 nights, 4 games per week. So Montreal right now, they are thinking they are the playoff, but this is not going to be easy for them too. Yeah, that's what I believe. That's what you have to do about that one over there. So that's, this is my weapon tools where I always go there. Because when you evaluate this, right? Like if you want to go deep, I will tell you right now who's going to make I can tell you right now who can make the playoff right now. Right? Check Nashville. Dallas. Tampa Bay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 9 game again, the team they can beat better. They have a big 3 game against Chicago right there. So they have only 5 games. Let's go to Dallas. All right? Florida's not easy right there. But look what they have. 1, 2, 3, 4 games against Detroit. Dallas. Right? So check Carolina and Tampa Bay for Dallas. How they are looking good. 1, 2, 3-4. They have only 4 games for the balance of their game, and they have 16 games to go. So Dallas have a great schedule. Look, Chicago, Columbus, Detroit, Tampa Bay 1 game, and that's it. Chicago have a great schedule too. Well, you have 3 here. Then I don't calculate Florida for every one of them. So I'll be honest with you, Dallas have a better schedule for everybody, but I think Nashville at the end, because that stretch right here, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That stretch over there, if they can win 5 of the 8 games, they're going to make the playoff. Why do you do that, coach? Because for Dallas, after that, they have to beat at least, right? They lost yesterday and shoot up, right? They have to beat at least Detroit 3 times here, 2 times, right? That's 5. Not much here. Maybe 1, that's 6. That's 7 maybe, barely. Here they have to win 3 of them. So Dallas is not easy schedule, and they have a lot of game, and the schedule is quick for them. So I'll be honest with you, I predict Nashville is going to make the playoff. And that's how I use a lot that schedule to figure out who have better schedule, how you have a better play, everything like that, and go from there. So let's move on to let me check my Twitter. Check if you have something else around the league. I just see something happen, so I want to be sure I'm all right. Oh, big trade for the month. Big trade right now. The Colorado Avalanche trade with Chicago. Chicago sent the veteran center, Carl Soderberg. In return, they got Josh Dickinson and Ryder Rolston from the Detroit, from the Colorado. Colorado got Carl Soderberg. Big move for them. And they sent back 2 young prospects, Josh Dickinson and Ryder Rolston. Good play over there. We also announced Scott Lawton has a new deal in Philadelphia. Those stuff's going to be mentioned on our Facebook page and bring to you about that one over there. But now, Tim, if you sit here, that's the one I'm talking about that Bill Zito should get. That's the one I think it would be great to do that. So they missed that one, to be honest with you. Not miss. Right? Depends what they're looking for. But I think they could have Carl Soderberg for sure about that one over there. I just tried to see something else. But, yeah. So the Avalanche, I got Carl Soderberg from Chicago for Josh Dickinson and Ryder Rolston. That's confirmed. That's what I got right now here. I can check something else. You have any other deal? But that's the last one I got. It just happened like 30 seconds ago, so maybe in like 2 minutes now. It's not refreshed somewhere else, but this is live. We are, and that's the beauty to do live. That's you know what I mean? That gave us an idea how this works. I don't know if this is open there, but I apologize. Big trade from Colorado. They just add. Listen, if you follow me a lot, I predict Colorado win the Stanley Cup. I did this in January, the first day of at the beginning of the season. I did all my predictions for trophies, for the division, who's going to make the playoff, the standing for A division, and also who's win per division in semifinals, and who's going to make the Stanley Cup, who's going to win the Stanley Cup. And I predict Colorado and Tampa Bay at the end. I was wrong with Florida Panthers. I was wrong with San Jose Sharks right now. I was wrong with Calgary. I was wrong with Calgary, guys. Boston Bruins. Yeah. So, and the West Division, I was wrong with San Jose. Central Division, I was wrong with Florida Panthers. With East Division, I was wrong with Boston Bruins. And the North Division, I was really completely wrong with Calgary Flames. I'm laughing because I know my prediction and I was like so wrong with Calgary. So anyway, I just give you an idea how this works. So, we are here for the next 45 minutes. If you have any comments you want to talk about, I know I appreciate Tim. You've really been a good support. And we have about 2-3 people here. And he said, geez, where are they? Well, they all maybe don't know who we are. And the beauty of what we do is to sharing with other people. If you can share with you people how we do things, how we make graphics, we do video every day. I think we bring a lot of table. It's just nobody really knows us, but that's not give us discouragement or disappointment or frustrated or upset about that. And nobody knows. So we just have to build that because I see other people does this. Like right now, want to have 1,000 people, want to have 600, but you do this for 5-6 years. So I cannot compete with that. The only thing I can compete is myself, and I want to be sure I bring the best of the everything on the table. And when we do that, that we're sharing with other people, they will come back like Tim does, like NHL does, Sly does the night, and we build from that part. So I just want to share with you how I think and what it takes. And we know that it's a process. And life is about process. The hockey guy run after almost 200,000 people now, but he does this for about 9-10 years. Of course, it's better to me overall, right? Because he bring a great countenance, but me, I'm learning. And, talking like this, as a French Canadian speaking English, first of all, the only thing I know for me, I think it helped me, is my strength about knowledge about hockey, the details of the game, coaching, system, and everything like that. That's my 30 years in hockey helping me to talk about hockey. But again, one thing is talking. I can speak French and je peux vous dire n'importe quoi en français, puis je suis capable de parler en français. I'm able to speak French, Spanish, and English now. But my point is, behind this, the video, the behind me right now, you see a screen background with video, with a picture, every time that. So I need to learn about graphics. To make a video, it's take 20 minutes. But the graphics, edit the videos, maybe another 40 minutes with downloading on YouTube channel, writing the description, the title, the thumbnail, the tag, and I can go all the way like that. You produce 1, 2, 3 videos per day. It's about 3, 4, 5 hours per day. So it's a lot of the commitment, and then, you don't make money with that yet. You don't make money. You just build, hopefully, for something bigger at some point. We do a podcast now. We start to do that. We have a show every morning at 11 o'clock. We don't know if this works or not. We try, we see, we'll go from there. After that, you have the equipment around here. The lights, the mic, the camera, the big screen, the another computer there for the night. If you know that. So I just want to share it with you. When you want to start a YouTube channel, it's not like you turn the switch and make a phone. You can do this with your phone if you want to. But, you have to bring countenance. You have to talk notes about this, everything like that. So anyway, just want to sharing about that, and I think that's worth it. I love it. I enjoy it. And again, I'm just grateful for who you are. You are here. I appreciate it. We're going to see right now, confirm Scott Loudon, a 5-year deal in Philadelphia Flyers at 3 AAV for $15 million, 5 multiplied by 3. A great deal for Scott Loudon. And I think overall it's great about that. So that's what's happening right there for the last update over there. Amazing me to see all those straight going left and right, right? We still have 42 minutes to go. 42 minutes to go to see something could happen. I just want to share with you. I'll bring this up. If Tim, you have any question you have, please don't hesitate to share with me. I don't know HL, the NHL, we don't see him after that. Jarmo is going to be there tonight. Of course, we're going to be live stream 7 o'clock tonight. The Montreal Canadiens play against the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're back on schedule after 3 o'clock. We have to create the preview game and also everything like that. So it will be interesting to see that. Let's move on that one here. And we're going to go straight to the last update. Here we go. Let's go trade analyst this one. All right. So what happened is this part, if you know already, Ryder Wilson is a right USA is a UFA year, so he have to be signed to keep his right. So Chicago got the right about him. So we'll see if he's going to sign or not with the Chicago Blackhawks. Josh Dickinson is 23 years old. He did not play. He have a RFA at the end of the year. We can see a little bit about Josh Dickinson. We can click on it. That will give you an idea what he does. Here we go. Carl Soderberg, 34 games, 7-8, 15 point, -5. He for me, he bring more at who he is. What are you talking about, Coach? I'm talking about experience. Good on face-off also. I think overall, he bring a lot on the table. What maybe Colorado need that. I think that's just a great plus for Colorado. I like that trade. I always like Carl Soderberg. I remember Soderberg playing Colorado before. Well, of course. What are you talking about, Coach? Let's move on here to see that one over there. I'm going to move to you guys on that one. All right, so let's go there. Let's go for Soderberg. Remember, he got signed by Colorado when he was with Boston Bruins as a UFA, I believe. Here we go here. Look, he played 3 years in Boston at 12-13, 12 to 15, 16. Right? He played in Colorado for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he went to Arizona Coyotes for 1 year. And then he got back to Chicago this year. Look, the guy can score 16, 23, 17 goals. Of course, he's not young. He's 35 right now, 36. But I think overall, he is pretty good. If you can check something, he's not bad on face-off. 1 year at 45, but this year, look, he's 51.5 this year on face-off. The little thing like that make it fun sometimes for someone over there. We can look about his transaction. Listen, 2007, trade by St. Louis Blues to the Boston Bruins for Anu Tuivonen. And 15, trade by Boston Bruins to Colorado Avalanche for a 6th-round pick and 16. That's what he got traded for, almost nothing. And 19, trade by Colorado to Arizona for a 3rd-round pick, 2020. Got Kevin Connaughton, where Connaughton now is with Florida Panthers. That's funny. and then he signed as a UFA a couple of months ago with Chicago Blackhawks for the rest of the year. I think he has a $1 million, something like that. So that give you an idea. But if you look about this game, I just love to do that. Should get a hire me somewhere. 34 game, right? Last game he scored 1 goal. 2 days ago, he had 1 goal. He was stopped for 5 days. He did not do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. A couple of points right here. You have a slump 4-5 game there. Couple of points. So we'd be interested. He did not start very well over there, but look, he played 12, 13, 40 minutes per game. That's what he does. So he played at third line, fourth line. But I think overall he's a great pick for the Florida Panthers, for the Colorado Avalanche, to be honest with you. I think it's great to get him for sure. I think it's good for him, for the Colorado. Just try to helping you a little bit is going on around. Nothing else right now. I think Joe Sakic right now just put great to put Carl Soderberg. I like this because I like Soderberg. I really believe he can help a lot. It's all about Loudon right now. So no any other news around the league at that moment in the NHL. I apologize. I'm just flipping left and right now. And look about this part. So if you are here right now, time to talk to Coach. Coach would like to talk about this, guys. You have any question, anything you want to mention about? It's time to let me know. We can check about that, everything. And that's what's happening. I can go from there, part over there. You can see that one over there. That's what I was earlier. Jeez. Frenchy. It's funny. Sometimes I see things happening at the last minute. The Colorado, I remember at the beginning of the show, I said Colorado dressed for someone else too, a defenseman. And that's the point he got. They got the Red Wing, Detroit Red Wings. They got... and NHL right now, you talk about a specific team. If you're looking for a specific team, I can tell you. If you look for the league, I would tell you also. Just give me a few seconds. There's so many trades today. Good question, by the way, because I like to do that. All right, let's move on this one, my friend. I'm getting there. You should be fine right now. All right. You have John Mark, got trade. Olesiak, Dallas. Right? He's a UFA. That's why the reason Dallas tried to shopping him. Mike Hoffman, we know he signed for 1 year contract. He's just there. I don't see they will be traded at the end of the day. Zadorov, I like him. I really believe maybe he make a lot of mistake, whatever it is. I need to follow him a little bit more, but really physical, really strong. I think he can help any team. I'll be honest with you. If Florida should get him, they will love this guy, Tim. I love this guy. Yafalo now, he signed a contract a few minutes ago. Lawton got his contract. One player, the next two player here. Very, really surprised they are still. If you check my videos about the 5 players going to be traded at the deadline, Taylor Hall, Kyle Palmieri, Luke Glendening, Jonathan Bernier. 4, 2 is gone, 2 stay. And who is number 5? It was David Sava. So I got 3 on 5. And I'll be honest with you, if you start at the beginning, I knew I would be traded. I thought Glendening would be traded. Jonathan Bernier right now, I'm going to predict this for the next 30 minutes. He's going to be traded to Washington Capitals the next 30 minutes. Boom! Boom! Boom, coach! I deserve this. I deserve this. Coach announced the next trade, Jonathan Bernier is going to be at Washington Capitals. It's not official and nothing. It's just coming from me. Could be wrong again. Anyway, Glendening and Bernier, that surprised me. I thought Glendening is really recommended by a lot of teams looking for that. He have a great percentage face-off. He's great on that area. He is a great on face-off. I think for 1 year, he's a UFA anyway. You can resign him for next year at 1.2, 1.2, 2-3 years. He's not going to net. He's never going to get again 1.8. Jonathan Bernier at $3 million. But again, 3.03, 9.0. Don't worry about 3.03. Focus on that number here. 910. Check the stat. A mini Goldender, and you're going to see in the top. Golikovsky, I thought he's going to be traded at some point, but I don't know. 35 years old. At least someone looking for something specific. I don't see this. Josh Manson cost a first-round pick plus a prospect. He said 1 more year to go. That's maybe a deal. I will look for him, but it's a lot. I think if you get him a first-round pick, that's it. Many teams will want him. I really like Josh Manson. Cogliano, the Dallas fighting right now. I don't think so. He bring a little bit better to Kusev. I would take Kusev before Cogliano, my deal. Kuligov got trade. Del Zotto, a little bit surprised me. He's only 30 years old. 700,000. I think he could bring that on second place. He did not go nowhere yet. Soderbergh just got trade. Hillmark, no way. I don't believe that. I believe he's going to resign with Buffalo Sabres about $4 million. I thought Buffalo will trade with Florida to get Chris Traeger. Vince Dunn is because I believe Dunn, the last 10, 15 game, 20 game, he played better. Very difficult first 10, 12 game at the beginning. He looked better. Secondly, 1.875 is not cheap. It's not high. And I think St. Louis is still battle. And because they got a couple of defensemen out for the rest of the Carl Nelson is at 1, Panico. They don't have a lot of depth. That's 1. Ryan Murray, that surprised me. I thought at some point he's going to be in Montreal, but $4.6 million was a problem about him. That's what he got. Merrill. Cody Miller, I wouldn't touch him, but I don't know about him. That's one I thought Galfi would be traded before other players. Bozak, I think they would keep him for 1 year. But we'll see. Bernier, I thought it'd be a good pick for someone that, I don't know. He did not produce for Sen. He got traded. Derek Rand was a lot of conversation about him. Talk about that. Pick him, Florida, if you want to do something big. Como problem is Dallas is fighting. Drager, I thought it would be trade. I will trade him, but I don't know the price he can get. Sam Bennett at Calgary, like him. Greg Benson, I think it will be a good deal at some point. physicality. I think Florida could have him at some point. The rest, I don't see anything else. I think you talk about the last two here, Mesclinen and Renta. Renta tried to get sold trade, and Mesclinen, I thought Columbus would be a good splash with him, like team looking for goaltender like Oilers, Edmonton. I thought he would be part of the trade with David Savard. It just maybe did not work somewhere else. D'Angelo, I don't know. Let it go with this one. So that's what happened, honestly, about that. I like Scott Lawton. I agree with you. Bottom six, great. It cost $3 million, 5 years, 15 millions. I think it's a good deal overall for the Flyers. They pick security. They pick a good player over there. I think it's great to get him. 26 minutes to go. Just try to go around. Let me check something. I just try to read everything's going around the league. I think the trade is until 1 hour and a half. Sam Bennett have 6 points the last 6 games. David Savard, he is in Tampa for the practice right now. Just try to give you everything go around the league if something happen. You just write about the signature players. Nothing around. A quit here. Well, Nashville signed defenseman Josh Ely a 2 1 year contract. David Savard dress. I think Montreal is going to like a lot John Merrill. By the way, Toronto is on Montreal. They are on fire, my friend, Toronto. They are 9-0-1 the last 10 game. They won the last 6 game. Maybe it's the time to do that. Try to get anything else, something around the league. Not really. Not easy to do a show like this when you're alone. If you are with Michael, you can talk when I do something else, right? So that give you an idea about that. I don't have no how many view we have because the little view don't works for me. So I don't know if we are live somewhere or not, but we'll see. Any comments you have, Tim? Any question you want to know? NHL, I don't know if you're around. Let's see if there's something else before we jump maybe a couple of trade. Da, 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 da. Nothing said and nothing happened right now. Um, Being honest with you, John Merrill. I don't know if you saw my video this weekend about the trade, but John Merrill, he's a really good top four. Now, John Merrill is not going to cross the red line, carry on the puck. John Merrill, he don't have a great shot on the net. John Merrill is not going to score 10 goals. But John Merrill is going to defend you in front of the net. John Merrill is going to cap control everybody. John Merrill is going to win you a ball in the corner. John Merrill play an amazing, great, one-way defensive players. That's how he is, John Merrill. I don't know, I have this with me here. Look, 0 goal this year in 36 games. He has played with one, the worst team, and the differential minus plus. He's plus 2 this year with them. So that gives you an idea what he looked like, right? And then I want to talk about this one over there. You know, all the stats he got per year. Look how many goals he has. 0, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, and 2. The time he was playing with New Jersey, the New Jersey was never very good over there. He's always been a great player over there. He's a 6'2", I believe he is, 6 something. I think he bring a lot more what the people think on the table. I agree with you, Tim. You have a great year in Vegas and also a couple of years with New Jersey. I don't know, have him here. Look, I don't know, Tim. I will compare something to you here. I don't know if I have it. Let me check something to you. I don't think so. I have it. All right. This is John Merrill. And hold on. No. Victor Mété. Look, it's 72% there. Look offensive. He don't do anything in every strength offensive. But look is defensive. What is 99%? Right? So 99% is like when he's on the ice, when they play 5 versus 5. That's what the chance they don't give the chance they will never score against him. 99% of the time. You have no power play, does not play over there. Right? 42% on PK. Right? He's finishing at 28. That's great number over there. Goal average per 60 minutes, 17 only. You have an assist, 26%. Penalty, barely 22. 52-42. But you can see how, it is now his ability about defensive, everything like that. Look his defense right here. Right here. That's powerful right here. Let me check something for you. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Somehow, somewhere, I have this. No, it's not this. Let me check for you. I have the one from Brendan Montour. But coach, you need to find it. And coach, sometimes he's not organized. So sometimes coach, you need to be organized. So let me bring this to you. Right here. Aha. All right. Check this. 1% Montour. 72. I don't know. I can maybe do this for you. Go behind my face. Don't worry about that. Just check the number. Look the trend between Montour and Merrill. Better Montour on offensive, 7 versus 25. But look the quality of the WAR versus both team, 1 versus 72. Tim, I don't know if you're here. Hopefully you are. Do you know what is all those stats? Did you never heard about this, or is it the first time you see that? Or I don't know if you see that before. And let me check something for you again, because maybe, yes, I can. All right. Let's go school right now. What are you talking about, coach? So the school I want to talk about is this part. Okay? This is one of the body, Jeff Frenchy does this, right? The WAR, win above replacement, a metric attempt to translate a player contribution to various aspects of the game. It could be into individual will contribute for the team compared to a replacement level, a 13 forward, a 7 defenseman player. That's what I bring to you. That's give you an idea what it is. It's a win above replacement, right? That's what, when they play the players, better chance the team win with that kind of players on the ice. Like a 13 forward or 7 players. And every strength offense forward, right? Every strength, so 5 versus 5. Estimate the value a player provide on his team based on his impact scoring chance, X goal, for when he is on the ice at even strength. Same thing on the defensive side, right? The power play, the same thing over there, like this one over there, but he's on power play, same thing on PK. The finishing WAR, estimate the value a player provide to his team based on the ability to score at a higher rate expected based on the quality, quantity of his shot. So, example, every 10 shot, you maybe score 1 goal, right? So it's a great percentage because usually, it's about 10%. So you score about 1 goal every X shot, everything like that. So that gave them the G60 is a 5 versus 5 goal per 60 minutes. A1 is the same thing, but an assist, the first helper, right? Not the second. The P1 is on the point every 60 minutes. The penalty estimated probably to his team based on his impact on the ice manner, penalty differential. So penalty, again, this team, one is on the ice, and when he's on the ice, when the team get a penalty. The QOC is the quality of competition, the average quality of competition a player play again based on the time on the ice. This account by WAR should be used as a deployment of the context. So that's give you an idea about that one over there. So hopefully this is helping you. But I want you to compare both. Right? So 26, 29, Montour is younger, 3.9 million. Merrill is small, is very cheap. But my point here is the 2 number here for me. One is on the ice, both of them. Montour create a little bit more offensive. But on defensive, when he's on the ice, 99% chance the teams don't score again when he's on the ice. He remind me one player. If Tim, you're still here, which player this guy remind you? By the stat. Offense, poor in defense. I'll give you 10 seconds. I will take a drink right now. I'm talking about the Panthers. So which player you think have the kind of quality number like Montour? Number 3, Keith Yandel. I really believe he looked like him. The stat was great on power play on an offensive side, but poor on the defensive. That's what Yandel got. Yep, you got it, my friend. So, for me, if you're looking for an offensive player, go with him. Looking for someone at home, go for him. On my book, Montour brings something to the Panthers because they lost egg-blood offensive side. But Montour don't score a lot of goals, and he's not great on defensive side, but he's better to Stralman, and he's better to Kudus. Kudus is more physical, but Montour can carry on the puck. Merrill, better to Kudus, and better overall at Kudus, and so much better to Stralman. So both could fit in the Florida, but I think for right now, Montour pick it up a little bit more. What you said about True, you talk about Strongman or Truman? True. I'm not sure which one. I tried to figure out like this one over there. So anyhow, I think just give you an idea between both defensemen, what they look like. I just try to see for you. I don't know a fan of a true kid, a true man defenseman. I'm a fan of true man. If you can explain, it would be better for me. I'm sorry about that. Wow. The Montreal Canadiens trade to Ottawa Eric Gustafsson, defenseman, and return the 2022 7th-round pick. I thought it was Gord Branson, but it's Gustafsson, defenseman. And they retain the 50% salary. Gustafsson to Montreal, from Ottawa to Montreal. So that's what happened right now. I think they was not satisfied about the performance of Leskinen the last game. I think they just bring more depth for Montreal. Trade from Florida Panthers. Sam Bennett had been traded to Florida for the 2nd-round pick plus a prospect. And the prospect is Emil Henneman. Trade to Florida Panthers live and Montreal live with Hockey Nation Live Show Team. We just announced to you Sam Bennett for the Calgary Flame got traded to the Florida Panthers for Emil Henneman, and also the 2nd-round pick 2022, I believe. And the Montreal just traded for Eric Gustafsson, and again a 7th-round pick 2022. So Tim, you're part. Sam Bennett, great addition for the Florida Panthers. I love it. Talk about Patrick Orvis. Be careful now. I don't say he is Patrick Orvis. Prototype a player like him. Wow. I love it to be live here and talking about trade. And we got one for the two team we likes, and they get it. Let's move on here, boys. I'm going to bring to you here. Very great trade. Here you go. 6'1", 195 pounds. All right, 96, 24 years old. He's from Onland Landing in Ontario. First round pick, 4 overall pick, boys. All right, 38 games so far, 4 goals, 8 assists. All right, 13 minutes, 28. But he's a prototype player, top 9 right now. This is a great trade for Bill Zito. Really, really great there. All right. He scored on average 18, 13, 11, 13. So he's not Patrick Orvis, right? 8 goals and 52. So we add maybe another 28 games. Of the half of this, score maybe 3 more goals. He's an average of 13 goals per year. This year is a little bit lower, all right? But again, he's always been a player before the last 2 years. And sometimes a coach, maybe something. He's always been about 15 minutes per game. This is a great trade for the Florida Panthers, guys. I like that one. I really like that one over there. Now we said, Coach, what they lost? They lost 2 players for him, right? And one is Eneman. He was a 2nd round pick at some point in Eneman. He's a 2001. He's from Finland. 19 years old. He's from Sweden. I'm sorry. Right? He is a 6'1", 185. He was a 2020 this year, 43 overall pick. So this year, so in October he got there. Right? This year with the SHL, he have 13 point and 43 game over there. He played 5 games with Sweden at the junior trip, I believe, at the junior, and he got 1 goal in 5 games, the World Junior Championship. Emil Ineman, that's what he is right now. But, yeah, that's another one. We just talked about that a few minutes ago. Sam Bennett maybe finished a year in Calgary. He has a couple of great games. The last couple of games, it was great. Let's go back again. Let's go to complete game log. Check this part over there. Look, son Darryl Sutler is there. Look how many minutes. 16, 15, 16, 16, 14, 14. Play a little bit less here. But look what he got. 2 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 goal. And then he got that slum over there, like the team, right? And this is because the coach, prior to that, he did not use on him a lot. So he was pretty good over there. Let's go to see him over there. I will show to you, Tim. Sam Bennett right here. Look. He was played with Andrew Mangiapane. Look, he played first line, second line over there. The first quarter. He was played, look. So, he can play top 9 easily over there. Look, 3 years average. 13, 13, 26. Okay? So that's what you get. Now, you don't get a scorer 25 goal here, but you get stability. And again, depend who do you play with. And I think that's what I'm really excited about him, about that one over there. So we are almost close to the deal right here, but another great deal for the Florida Panthers. And they got this 22 second round pick for the Calgary. And the Florida Panthers add only $594,000 on the cap hit this year. So that's pretty good for that one. That's pretty good overall. Pretty busy day, for be honest with you. I don't know why I said Ottawa. It was not Ottawa. It was Gustafsson for the Flyers. Jesus. I apologize to everybody. Canadian accurate the defenseman. They said Ottawa earlier. A lot of chance the last minute. Yeah, I apologize. It's Eric Gustafsson, the Canadian have acquired from the Flyers for the 2022 7th-round pick. And again, I said I thought it was Grub Benson for the Ottawa at the beginning. That's what's happening. Too excited to see Grub Benson. So the Florida Panthers guy have pulled a third trade. Right? They got Brenton Montour, and now they got Sam Bennett. Really smart move from Bill Zito. Really smart move. I think that's great to see that. And that's pretty much happening right now. I don't know. Try to check something else. That's conclude the deadline of And I want to mention this. The NHL trade deadline has now passed 3:02 Eastern Time. Zadarov stay in Chicago. There was a couple of conversations about him, did not go nowhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, time is up. Put down your pens. It's time to evaluate each trade deal. I'm going to go through an evaluation of team like that. And that's happening the last minute, right? So just give you an idea about Chicago. Hey, check this. They got Inostroza, Connolly, Stillman, Buckstrom, Godet, Rolston, Dickinson, second, seventh, third-round pick. Left, John Mark Soderberg, Hillmore, Walmart, Carlson, Morrison, 2022 fifth-round pick. So it's going to be at the right time right now to go through everything. They have another trade happening. The trade with Vegas, it was a funny one because now they mentioned a third name over there, a third team. So the trade, it become this. The trade, it was San Jose got the 2022 fifth round draft pick for Buffalo from the Golden Knight, and a three-team trade with Vegas and Chicago. Upon the transaction, the defenseman Nick DeSimino has been traded to Vegas from San Jose, and Chicago got 2-round pick, the second draft pick 2021 to send John Mark to Vegas, and they got also 2022 third-round pick draft pick from San Jose. They sent then they sent DeSimone to Vegas. Unbelievable. Now, we're going to shut down in the next couple of minutes, but you're going to maybe get another. St. Louis is over. You're not going to trade anyone. So don't worry about that one. St. Louis just announced they're not going to trade anyone. They are done about that one over there. Chicago was maybe the winner of the day with about 5-6 trade. Toronto have a lot of debt now. Ben Hutton, defenseman, it was sent to Toronto. Another trade happening the last minute. Because, be careful, in the past many years, many trades announced up to 3 hours after the deadline. So it could happen. The league have to modify the papers, everything like that. So I just want to mention another trade, Ben Hutton to Toronto for the Maple Leaf. So they get another debt for sure about that one over there. So going to reevaluate everything about the Montreal Canadiens trade tomorrow. We're going to reevaluate the Florida Panthers with a report card for the last. It's a busy day here for the Hockey Nation Live show. We're going to bring you everything we can for the best of you. I like that one over there. Absolutely agree with you. I have to give him a great A to Bill Zito for today. Check about this. How you reevaluate everything is this part. Friday, no Montour, no Bennett. They got Montour, Sam Bennett. They lost 2-round pick and Enneman. That's it. So 3 of the players they send or prospect are not a part of the team right now. And now they put on the table Montour and Bennett. And then they also got Walmart, and they sent Stillman and Connolly, where 2 players of them was really not in the lineup properly night after night. So now you bring a Walmart in the depth chart, right? Ashieri, I think we are a little bit better. I think we forgot about Walmart when we talked about this team a little bit earlier. And then now you have also Montour at the back, right? So you have right now Wegar, you have Forsling, you have Yandel, you have Montour, now you have Kudas and Strelman, and then you have other Johnson, what's the left one? Connaughton, you missed one more on the left. So they're looking better right now than what it was before. They not lose Drager and the bulk goaltender. They not lose any top 6 over there to try to get a big splash trade. And that's pretty good. Now, Carolina did not do any big trade. So they are better to face to Carolina. Right? Tampa Bay got David Savard. Did not lose any forward there. That's pretty good. Right? So at the end of the day, Florida and Tampa Bay win, plus Chicago in that division. I think I see this right now. Detroit get a lot of prospect, draft pick, and also Columbus. So that's maybe a great way to do that. I applaud. You deserve it. Another great applause for Bill Zito, to be honest with you. So another trade, the Eric Gudbranson has been dealt to the Nashville Predator for a 7th-round pick in 2023. So I just want to tell you that. The Maple Leaf Toronto trade Parabanov to San Jose Sharks for Antti Suomela. Devils are done for the rest of the day. Gudbranson have a 9% WAR, Tim. Not a great number there. Ben Hutton, he got traded to the Leaf for a 5th-round pick. Again, Parabanov into San Jose. Glendening and Bernier don't go nowhere yet. Just try to go around the league with something happening. Mete possible to be in the lineup tonight and with Ottawa. Gudbranson is not great on defensive side, so I don't know why the trade, but who knows. Ben Hutton, it was for the Anaheim Ducks. The player of the week, Nick Robinson is going to be a part of the lineup for Toronto Maple Leaf and Montreal tonight. The Hurricane did not do anything. I give you everything happening right now. And that, honestly, that happened. So, my friend, this is the end of the special edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is the first time at the Hockey Nation Live Show with Coach Frenchy create the trade deadline coverage. I enjoy it. It was great. Next year, we're going to maybe go from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And it was a special edition today. And again, I thanks Tim and NHL showing up today. So don't worry about that. One day we're going to have more people for sure. But again, a great long day, over 25 trade, I believe. Something we're going to count. We're going to resume all the trade tomorrow with Michael Devilliers. We're going to have a great show at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm going to go some grades. I'm going to do my report card for the Florida Panthers. 42 games, the 3rd quarter of the season. And then finally, don't forget the power ranking. Obviously, usually it's every Monday. This week is going to be tomorrow. I have too much to cover. We are back in the next 4 hours for what? Another live stream, Montreal Canadiens, Winnipeg Jets. We invite you to join us to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. They play a big game again, the Toronto Maple Leafs after the last 3 games. So an amazing, great evening for the Montreal Abs, the Bleu Blanc Rouge fans. Look forward to see you tonight. So thanks again for watching us. Look forward to see you next time. And like we like to do at the end of each video or recording or live stream, just want to remind you, hockey fans, you have one thing in common. You have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great rest of the day. Bonne journée, mes amis. On se revoit plus tard à ce soir.